Welcome back to Ma'am Jessa's class. In this video, we will solve word problems involving quadratic equation. This is based again on the most essential learning competencies from DepEd. So what are our objectives in this lesson? The learners are expected to represent a situation by an equation, solve word problems involving quadratic equation and rational algebraic equations. There are keywords to remember when we are writing an equation based on the given situation or problem. So, una, we have sum, more than, increase by, greater, total, plus. So, pag nabasa nyo yan, it means the operation involved is addition. And kapag nabasa nyo yung decrease by, less than, less, subtract, difference, diminish, and reduce, it means the operation involved is subtraction. Kapag naman nabasa nyo yung word na times, product of, percent of, twice, doubled, it means multiplication. Kapag naman quotient, divide by, per, it means, of course, division. And kapag naman itong mga word na to is was, equals, will be, result in, it means equal sign. Here are our steps in solving word problems involving quadratic equation. Una, we have to read and understand the problem, intindihing mabuti. Identify the given and problem. Illustrate the problem if necessary. If madodrawing natin, i-drawing natin. Use variable to represent the unknown. So, ano ba yung variable? Any letter will do. Pero most of the time, ang ginagamit talaga natin sa algebra ay x. 5. Write an equation from the given information in standard form. So, we have to write the equation in standard form. Ano ba yung standard form of quadratic equation? Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Solve the quadratic equation. So, we have to solve the quadratic equation using any of the four methods. Yung extracting square root, completing the square, factoring, or by the use of quadratic formula. So, any doon sa apat na method, pwede nyong gamitin as long as convenient for you. And 7, relate the solution obtained to the problem. Problem number 1. The perimeter of a rectangular pool is 86 meters and its area is 450 square meters. What are the dimensions of the pool? So, the givens are 86 meters, which is yung perimeter, and an area of 450 square meters. And the problem is dimensions of the pool. Since rectangle ang ating pool, so therefore, we will have length and width. And if we are going to illustrate or draw our problem, syempre dapat meron tayong rectangular pool with width and length. And let us represent our unknown variable in our problem. So, syempre, ang unknown dyan ay ang ating length and width. We all know that the formula in finding the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And ang sabi sa given, we have 86 meters as perimeter. So, therefore, 2 times the length plus 2 times the width is equal to 86. Yun yung kanyang meters, perimeters na binigay. And if we further simplify this equation, we can see that the common factor is 2. So, therefore, pwede natin silang i-divide lahat by 2. So, magkakaroon tayo ng L plus W is equal to 43. So, 86 divided by 2 is 43. So, therefore, we can say that 43, since addition to, we can say that 43 is the sum of the roots of a quadratic equation. And we all know that the formula in finding the area of a rectangle is length times the width. So, therefore, may given tayo na area which is 450 square meters. So therefore, length times the width is 450. Since ang operation nito ay multiply, so therefore we can say that 450 is the product of the roots of our quadratic equation. Now, let us make an equation given the sum and product of our roots. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x squared minus 43x. Saan galing yung 43? Yun yung sum of the roots. Dahil positive siya sa sum, magiging negative sa equation. Plus the product of the roots which is 450. So, therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng positive 450 is equal to 0. So, x squared minus 43x plus 450 is equal to 0 is our obtained quadratic equation. Now, let us solve the quadratic equation or let us find the solution that will satisfy our problem. So, x squared minus 43x plus 450 is equal to 0 is factorable. So, pwede natin siyang i-factor out. So, syempre, magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang binomials. And para makuha natin yung mga terms na ilalagay natin sa ating binomials, tignan natin yung first term which is x squared. Anong factor ng x squared? X times x. And then, tignan natin yung last term o yung ating constant term which is 450. So, anong factor ng 450 na kapag inad ko ay negative 43 which is yung value ng b. And kapag naman minultiply ko ay 450 which is yung value ng ating c. So, negative 25 and negative 18 are the factors, no? So, negative 25 times negative 18 is 450. And pag inad naman natin yan, negative 25 plus negative 18 is negative 43. So, therefore, negative 25 and negative 18 ang kukumpleto sa ating binomials. So, therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng x minus 25 multiplied by x minus 18 is equal to 0. And then, equate natin sila sa 0 or simply paghiwalayin natin sila. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x minus 25 is equal to 0 and x minus 18 is equal to 0. Transpose natin si negative 25 or yung tinatawag nating addition or subtraction property of equality. Magkakaroon tayo ng x is equal to 25 and sa kabila, transpose natin si negative 18, magkakaroon tayo ng positive 18. So, we have two solutions, 25 and 18. So, therefore, we can say that the dimension of the pool are 25 meters and 18 meters. So, yung 25 yung length and yung 18 meters ay yung ating width. Next, problem number 2. Enchanted Kingdom wants to place a new rectangular billboard to inform visitors of their new attraction. The length of the billboard to be placed is 4 meters longer than its width, and the area is 96 square meters. What will be the length and the width of the billboard? So, the given is, una, length which is 4 meters longer than its width, and the area 96 square meters. And the problem is the dimension of the billboard. Since rectangular yung billboard, so therefore length times width ang ating hinahanap. And then, if we are going to illustrate the problem, so syempre dapat magkaroon tayo ng rectangular billboard na merong width and length. And then, if we are going to represent the unknown in our problem, so let's say that x will be the width of our billboard. And then, x plus 4 will be the length of our billboard. Bakit naging x plus 4? O ba't nag-add ng 4 sa x? Kasi nga, ang sabi, 4 meters longer than its width. So, ibig sabihin, mas mahaba ng 4 meters ang ating length kesa sa width. Now, let us form an equation given yung x at saka x plus 4 na width and length natin. So, let us write we all know that the formula in finding the area of a rectangle is length times width. So, substitute lang natin yung nilet natin. So, x plus 4, which is yung length, ito yun na sinabi natin. And then, multiplied by the width, which is yung x, is equal to 96. Bakit 96? Kasi yun yung sabi sa problem na square niya, o na area niya. No? So, multiply lang natin si x times x or distribute natin. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x squared. And then, 4x is 4 times x is 4x. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 4x is equal to 96. Then, transpose natin si 96. Magkakaroon tayo ng x squared plus 4x minus 96 is equal to 0. So, therefore, x squared plus 4x minus 96 is equal to 0 is our obtained quadratic equation. So, now, let us solve our obtained quadratic equation. No? Since x squared plus 4x minus 96 is equal to 0 is also factorable, so we can factor it out. So, magkakaroon ulit tayo ng dalawang binomials. Nakukunin natin yung mga terms na dapat na nandyan. So, tingnan natin ang first term natin, which is yung x squared. Ano ba yung factor ng x squared? X times x. And then, tingnan naman natin yung last term, which is negative 96. Anong factor ng negative 96 na kapag inad ko ay 4, which is yung ating value ng b. And kapag minultiply ko naman is negative 96, which is yung value ng ating c or yung constant term. So, the factors are 12 and negative 8. So, 12 times negative 8 is negative 96. And 12 plus negative 8 is positive 4. Now, so therefore, ang kukumpleto sa ating binomial ay 12 and negative 8. So therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng x plus 12 multiplied by x minus 8 is equal to 0. Equate natin sila sa 0. So paghihiwalayin natin sila, magkakaroon sila ng x plus 12 is equal to 0 at x minus 8 is equal to 0. Then, transpose natin si 12. Magkakaroon tayo ng x is equal to negative 12 and x is equal to 8. Pag tinranspose natin si negative 8, we obtain two solutions, negative 12 and positive 8. Pero ano ba yung magiging sagot sa ating problem o magsasatisfy sa ating problem? Since we are dealing with measurement, so negative number is not allowed. So, or hindi tayo pwedeng magkaroon ng negative number. So, therefore, si x is equal to 8 ang ating kukunin na solution sa ating problem. Sabi natin kanina, si x ay yung width natin. So, therefore, ang width natin ay 8 meters. And ang length natin ay x plus 4. So, therefore, palitan natin yung x ng 8. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 8 plus 4 is equal to 12 meters. So, therefore, ang length natin ay 12 meters. So, ang dimension ng ating billboard or yung length and width niya ay 12 meters and 8 meters respectively. Next, problem number 3. The sum of the squares of two consecutive positive integers is 61. What is the larger integer? So, we have number problem. So, 61 is the given, which is the sum of the squares of two integers. And the problem is the larger integer. So, kung ano yung mas malaki sa kanilang dalawa. Since number problem nga tayo, hindi tayo kailangan mag-illustrate. But we have to represent pa rin the unknown in our problem or the unknown variable. So, let's say that x is the first integer and x plus 1 is the second integer. Bakit plus 1? Kasi nga, ang sabi, two consecutive. So, ibig sabihin magkasunod na positive. So therefore, mag-a-add lang tayo ng 1. Next, let us make an equation, no? Gawa tayo ng equation given tong x at saka x plus 1. Ang sabi sa problem, sum of the squares of two consecutive positive integers is 61. So, ibig sabihin, ang operation involved is addition. And ang sabi, square of two consecutive. So, ibig sabihin, i-square natin yung magkasunod na positive integer. So, therefore, si x squared plus quantity x plus 1 squared is equal to 61. So, in-square natin yung nilet natin na x at saka x plus 1. Now, copy natin si x squared. So, ito yan. And then, expand natin itong square of binomial x plus 1. So, square the first term, which is yung ating x. So, x squared. And then, multiply the first and second term. So, multiply natin to x times 1 is x times 2 is 2x. And then, square the last term, which is 1. So, 1 squared or 1 times 1 is positive 1 is equal to 61. And then, combine similar terms. Ang similar terms natin ay x squared plus x squared. So, therefore, meron tayong 2x squared. Plus, copy natin si 2x plus 1. And then, transpose natin si 61. So, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 61 is equal to 0. Then, copy ulit natin si 2x squared plus 2x. Magkakaroon tayo ng 2x squared plus 2x. And then, 1 minus 61 is negative 60 is equal to 0. If we further simplify 2x squared plus 2x minus 60 is equal to 0, we can see that the common factor is 2. So, we can divide them by 2. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x squared plus x minus 30 is equal to 0. So, therefore, our obtained equation is x squared plus x minus 30 is equal to 0. Ngayon, since factorable ulit ng ating equation, we can factor it out. So, magkakaroon ulit tayo ng dalawang binomials. And then, tingnan natin yung first term, which is yung x squared. So, ang x squared, ang factor niya ay x times x. Tingnan natin yung last term or yung constant term, which is negative 30. Anong factor ng negative 30? So, pag inad natin ay 1 at kapag minultiply naman natin ay negative 30. So, yung 1, yun yung value ng ating b. And yung negative 30, yun yung value ng ating c. So, anong factor ng negative 30? So, ang factor niya ay 6 and negative 5. So, 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. And 6 plus negative 5 is equal to 1. So, therefore, si 6 and negative 5 ang kukumpleto sa ating binomial. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x plus 6 is equal x plus 6 multiplied by x minus 5 is equal to 0. Then, equate natin ulit sila sa 0 or paghiwalayin natin sila. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x plus 6 is equal to 0 and x minus 5 is equal to 0. Transpose or the addition or subtraction property of equality. So, transpose natin si 6, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 6. And sa kabila, transpose natin si negative 5, magkakaroon tayo ng positive 5. So, again, we obtain two solutions, negative 6 and 5. Alin ngayon yung magsasatisfy sa ating given problem? Since ang sabi sa problem ay positive integer, so therefore, negative 6 is not a solution in our problem since siya ay negative. So therefore, si 5 or si x is equal to 5 ang ating solution since siya yung positive. Ang sabi natin kanina, si x ay yung ating first integer. So therefore, ang first integer natin ay 5. And ang sabi natin kanina, ang second integer natin ay x plus 1. So substitute natin yung 5 sa x. So magkakaroon tayo ng x plus 1 is equal to 6. So therefore, si 6 ang ating second integer. Now, ang tanong is the larger integer. So, therefore, since 5 and 6 yan, so therefore, ang larger integer natin ay 6. So, kailangan kapag in-square natin yan, si 5 squared plus 6 squared is equal to 61. No? So, magkakaroon tayo ng 61. So, 5 squared is 25 plus 6 squared is 36. So, therefore, 25 plus 36 is 61. So, tama ang ating solution. So, therefore, ang two consecutive positive integers ay 5 and 6. And the larger is 6. Problem number 4. Nick and Lee, when working together, can finish a job in 35 minutes. If Nick can finish it in 24 minutes less than the time can Lee finish the same job, how long will it take them working alone? So, the given is 35 minutes. Ito yung time nila na dalawa na magkasama matatapos nila yung isang trabaho. Then, the problem is the time it will take them when working alone. So, ano yung time nila kapag mag-isa lang naman sila na magtatrabaho? Ano yung, gaano sila katagal na matatapos kung mag-isa lang sila? So, since this is a work problem, hindi na natin kailangan i-drawing yung problem natin, but we have to represent the unknown variable. So, let's say, X is Lee's time. So, ito yung time ni Lee kapag siya lang yung mag-isa ang magtatrabaho. And X minus 24 is Nick's time. So, kapag naman si Nick ang magsatrabaho na mag-isa, ito yung time niya na matatapos niya yung isang trabaho. Bakit X minus 24? Kasi ang sabi sa problem, 24 minutes less than that time can Lee finish the same job. So, yun yung time ni Nick. So, magle-less tayo ng 24 kay Lee, which is X nga as representation of Lee's time. So, we have to write an equation in standard form based sa ating nilet. So, 1 over X, yung oras ni Lee kapag matatapos niya yung isang trabaho, plus 1 over X minus 24, which is yung time naman ni Nick kapag natapos niya ang isang trabaho, is equal to 1 over 35. Bakit 1 over 35? Ito naman yung time nila na matatapos kapag sabay sila na nagtrabaho. So, ano yung LCD natin dito? Since ang ating naging equation ay rational algebraic equation. So, ang LCD nila ay 35x multiplied by x minus 24. Saan nakuha yun? 35 times x and times x minus 24. So, we have to multiply the whole equation, the left and the right side of the equation, in our LCD. So, ang LCD natin, 35x multiplied by x minus 24, ita-times natin dito sa ating whole equation. So, isa-isahin natin. So, 35x times x minus 24 times 1 over x plus 35x times x minus 24 times 1 over x minus 24 is equal to, sa right side of the equation naman, 1 over 35 times 35x times x minus 24. Simplify natin. So, dito sa una, ang makakancel out natin ay yung x. No? So, matitiran tayo ng 35 times x minus 24 times 1. So, we have 35 times x minus 24. And dito naman, ang makakancel out natin ay yung x minus 24. So, matitiran tayo ng 35x times 1. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 35x. And sa right side of the equation naman, ang makakancel out natin ay yung 35. So, matitiran tayo ng 1 times x times x minus 24. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x multiplied by x minus 24. So, simplify pa natin. We have to distribute 35 sa x minus 24. So, 35 times x, we will have 35x. And then, 35 times negative 24, we will have negative 840 plus 35x, kinopy lang yung 35x dito, is equal to, distribute naman natin yung x sa x minus 24. So, x times x is x squared. And x times negative 24 is negative 24x. Then, combine similar terms. Ano yung similar terms dyan? Yung 35x at saka 35x. So, i-add natin yun. Magkakaroon tayo ng 70x minus 840. Kinopya itong 840 dito is equal to x squared minus 24x. So, kinopya rin to dito. Now, we have to transpose 70x minus 840 sa right side of the equation. Bakit yun yung itatranspose ko? Since kailangan positive ang ating value ng a. Para positive ang ating value ng a. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 0 is equal to x squared minus 24x minus 70x plus 840. Combine again similar terms. So, anong similar terms dyan? Negative 24x and negative 70x. So, negative 24x minus 70x, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 94x. Ang negative 94x ay galing sa negative 24x minus 70x. So, therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng quadratic equation na x squared minus 94x plus 840 is equal to 0. So, we have to solve the quadratic equation. X squared minus 94x plus 840 is equal to 0 is our obtained quadratic equation from the given problem. So, we have to solve for it since the equation is factorable. So, ipa-factor out ulit natin siya. So, magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang binomials. So, ano yung ilalagay natin dito na terms para sa ating binomial? Titignan natin yung ating first term, which is yung x squared. Ano ba yung factor ng x squared? Siyempre, x times x. And then, titignan natin yung last term natin or yung constant term natin. Anong factor ng 840 na kapag inad natin ay negative 94 which is yun yung value ng ating b. And kapag minultiply naman natin ay 840 which is yung value ng ating c. So, the factors are negative 84 times negative 10. So, negative 84 times negative 10 is 840. Pag inad naman natin, negative 84 plus negative 10 is equal to negative 94. So, therefore, negative 84 and negative 10 ang kukumpleto sa ating binomial. So, therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng x minus 84 times x minus 10 is equal to 0. And then, equate natin sila sa 0 or the zero product property. Magkakaroon tayo ng x minus 84 is equal to 0. And x minus 10 is equal to 0 or simply pinaghiwalay natin. And then transpose negative 84 or yung ating addition or subtraction property of equality. Magkakaroon tayo ng x is equal to 84. And dito naman sa negative 10, pag tinranspose natin, magkakaroon tayo ng positive 10. So, we have two solutions, 84 and 10. So, ano ba ang magsasatisfy sa 84 and 10 sa ating problem? Kung gagamitin natin yung 10 as least time, dahil nga ang sabi natin ang x ay yung time ni Lee, kapag sinubstitute natin yung 10 sa x minus 24 na time ni Nick, so magkakaroon tayo ng 10 minus 24. So, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 14. So, therefore, magkakaroon tayong negative na sagot, which is hindi pwede as time, no? Kasi time is magiging negative yung time. So, therefore, ang gagamitin natin or ang solution sa ating problem na magsasatisfy ay yung 84. So, therefore, 84 minutes is least time since yung x nga is considered natin as least time. And then, pag sinubstitute natin yung 84 sa x minus 24, yun naman yung time ni Nick. So, 84 minus 24 is equal to 60. So, therefore, 60 minutes yung time ni Nick kapag nagtrabaho naman siya ng mag-isa. So, the time it will take them when working alone, no, is 84 minutes para sa time ni Lee and 60 minutes sa time naman ni Nick. That's all, students. I hope may natutunan ulit kayo sa aking video. See you next time!